welcome to my live topic today. Today I'm going to talk about how small businesses can use AWS for better data security, reduce IT cost, scale the business, and gain business insights. So let's dive right in. Small businesses with less than 50 employees, they probably use industry specific software, like, let's say if you're an accounting firm, you use CCHI firm. If you're into construction, you probably use Procore. And also there are some all-in-one platforms that are pretty popular, which is like Zoho One, Freshworks, etc. And what happens is, with this, all the data is stored within the product, because these are SaaS products. The data is stored within these products, and data that is not relevant to the product, for example, if you are using CRM, customer tax data is not relevant to CRM. So those kind of data is stored in file servers and managed by an internal IT department. So that's basically the structure of how data is stored in most small businesses with less than 50 employees. So this works well, but what I believe is, when you plan to scale or when you plan to grow your business, I don't think this structure would actually help improve the data security posture for your business. So with that said, that's where AWS comes in, and AWS offers a wide range of storage options, storage products that you can leverage to actually go ahead and secure your data and scale as you scale your business. So let's go ahead and check out these options. The first one is Amazon Simple Storage Service S3. Amazon S3 is the first product from AWS, and thousands of businesses worldwide use it for their storage requirements. It's an object storage service that allows you to store and access any data anywhere in the world. All right, Amazon S3 provides multiple storage classes to store different types of data cost effectively, and we'll talk about storage classes in a second. Finally, Amazon S3 can be easily integrated with your business applications because it provides APIs. So you don't have to maintain duplicate copies of data, one for business application and one for storage. So you can actually integrate with your business applications, and end users can access data directly from S3 according to their roles and access permissions. So next option is Amazon S3 Glacier Storage classes. So most businesses require you to store data for a long time, like archive the data for 5 years. That's basically the compliance requirements: 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, based on the industry that you are in. So this Amazon S3 Glacier Storage class is the best option for it, because it allows you to archive data for the lowest possible cost. You can retrieve the data stored in milliseconds if required. These storage classes support security standards and compliance certifications, including SEC Rule 17A-4, PCI DSS, HIPAA, HITECH, FedRAMP, EU GDPR, and FISMA. So your data and your compliance standards are always met with this option. Then you have Amazon FSx for Windows File Server. As I said, most businesses have file servers where they store the data, and the teams use it. If you are using that, if your business is using that, you may consider migrating your file server to AWS, to achieve high availability storage, reduce cost with compression, better data protection and audit capabilities, and automated backup. So if you want to do all this by yourself on your hardware, it's gonna cost you a lot. But if you move your Windows file server to AWS, it's gonna save you a lot of money. So before we talk about transfer family, so now that I have given you all the options of what what are the options. These are only some of the options, but these are relevant to small business. So you may be wondering, how do I get all my data, years of data, to the cloud? So what gives is AWS provides a wide range, again a lot of transfer options, to move your data from on-premise to the cloud. And one of the options that is pretty popular with SMB, small and medium businesses, is AWS Transfer Family. So AWS Transfer Family allows you to seamlessly migrate, automate, and monitor your file transfer workflows in and out of Amazon S3 and Amazon EFS using SFTP, FTPS, and FTP protocols. These are pretty common and popular protocols, and you can use your familiar products like WinSCP and FileZilla to move your data to AWS. The higher available architecture makes sure that there are no interruptions during the transfer, which is a common problem when you do file transfers to the cloud. And then the next option to move data is Snow Family. Let's say you have a huge amount of data, terabytes or petabytes of data. The Snow Family products are designed to migrate from any remote location to AWS without significant effort. So basically, these are physical devices that are sent over to your location, which also have some compute power in them based on what you select. And so you can go ahead and use that and send it back to them, send it back to AWS, the device, and the data gets moved over to AWS. So it is Snow Cone, Snowball, and Snowmobile. So these are the different options that are available to move large amounts of data where you probably don't have a better internet connection. So that's about data security transfer options, transfer options. Then you might be wondering, is my data secure? So let's talk about data encryption for a second. So there are over 117 AWS products that can store customer data and offer encryption for data at rest and data in transit. So you never have to worry about encryption again. Without the decryption keys, the data is rendered useless. So this is so there's over 117 products that can do this. You don't have to worry about it. So again, today I have explained data storage options for small businesses, and I did not really discuss databases because the databases in itself is a huge topic, and I'll publish another video about the database options and the security options and other stuff around the databases in another video. So that's how you can achieve better data security with AWS when you move your data over to AWS. So the next topic is, how do you reduce IT costs? So as you scale your business, you want to make sure your IT costs, a large chunk of your IT spend is on servers and provisioning them and managing them. So you want to make sure you reduce that option, right? So we're going to talk about how do you do that. So Amazon EC2 is pretty popular, and Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud offers the broadest and deepest compute platform with over 600 instances and choice of latest processor, storage, networking, operating system, and purchase model to help you best match the needs of your workload. So over 600 types of options that you have that you can select from to suit your according to your workloads. So with EC2, you never have to worry about hardware purchase and implementation anymore. You just use it and pay as you go, and there are different pricing models as well that will save you over 40% in some instances when you use that pricing model. So EC2 is the compute engine from AWS that you can use, and maybe you want to move your Windows workloads to EC2 and then use it, right? So Amazon EC2 is the option. So if you want to run just some web apps, you have the code and you want to run web apps and nothing else, and you don't want to manage any infrastructure, then AWS Elastic Beanstalk is a better option, because it's you just deploy the code and run the web applications, and then there are some settings that you change and to handle the peak traffic and scale. So it's pretty straightforward. So that's Elastic Beanstalk. Then we have Amazon Light Sail, which is really, if you want a pre-configured server with bunch of options like web WordPress or LAMP or some stack. Then Lightsail has gives you different options that are pre-built and ready to deploy. So with Amazon Lightsail you get simplified infrastructure version at fixed cost. That's like $10 per month or $15 per month. So it's not like really you pay for use, you just pay up, pay a fixed cost and you get that stack that you can use. So that you can use it for testing environments, and learning and different things. So now I have shared some computing products which are relevant to small business that allow you to run your applications. But there is something called Amazon Serverless, where you don't need to manage an infrastructure, and that I'll talk about it in a different video. But for most small businesses, you probably are using servers, and you have to use in the future. So that's the reason I'm not covering it here, but we'll do a different video in the future. So now the next topic is scaling your business. So you probably are right now are not at a level, your business is not at a level where it requires compliance standards and all that stuff, but it is very good to lay down the foundation so that you, as you scale, you don't worry about infrastructure costs, you don't worry about hiring IT team members and all that stuff, right? So that's where your entire you spend a lot of money. With AWS there are so many automated options where you can scale automatically, where you can automate your infrastructure and things like that. So let's start with AWS auto scaling. So AWS auto scaling is not a product, it is a concept that applies to several AWS products, including servers, databases, right? What happens is you monitor your resources with infrastructure with CloudWatch, and you set up some triggers. So let's say when there are 100,000 users on this on my website, I want to add few more servers. So you set up those triggers and rules so that once you have reached that threshold, it automatically scales your infrastructure. So that's AWS auto scaling. It can happen with databases, it can happen with servers. The next thing is AWS cloud formation. So cloud formation is you have infrastructure requirements, but for every department the infrastructure requirements are very standard, right? So they don't change often. So what AWS cloud formation allow you to do is it can allow you to model and provision and manage, including AWS resources and third-party products by treating infrastructure as code. So what basically it does is it templatizes the entire infrastructure, including the networking settings, subnets, and all of that stuff. And all you do is you deploy that cloud formation template, and your environment is ready, which is amazing, right? So you don't have to do any manual steps, and you don't have you need to have like 10 different people to do that. It's as simple as that. You can any person with some cloud formation knowledge and can go ahead and do that. So that's the beauty of the cloud formation. So finally, you may be wondering, okay, I know I'm scaling, I have all this infrastructure, how do I make sure everything is working fine? That's where AWS Systems Manager comes in. As you scale your operations, right, you want to make sure everything runs smoothly. So AWS System Manager is your operational hub for all AWS resources. It is divided into 4 categories: operations management, which consists of Explorer, Ops Center, Incident Manager. Then you have application management, which consists of application manager, app config, parameter store. Then you have change management, which consists of automation, change manager, maintenance windows. Finally, node management, which consists of fleet manager, session manager, and patch manager. So I know it's overwhelming at this point in time, but here's the thing: you don't have to use all these capabilities of system manager from day one. You need to start prioritizing the capabilities that will have the most impact on your business. For example, if you're getting a lot of issues, then you probably want to use incident manager, so for team to automate the team to look at it and automatically resolve those things. If you want to automation, you want to do it. If you want to maintenance, so you can use maintenance windows. So depending on what has the major impact on your business, you can start using them. So finally, business insights. So as a business owner, the only way you to run a profitable business is make right decisions, and you can't do it until you have all the right information for with you. And Amazon quick sites, is the one relevant to small business, whereas but Amazon offers over 10 analytic products that are suitable for different business requirements. But for small business, QuickSight is the best product that offers a unified business intelligence through modern interactive dashboards, paginated reports, embedded analytics, and natural language queries. So that's an amazing product, and it can consolidate everything that you have and then build these insights that you need. For example, if you're already using a BI product, for example Zoho Analytics or Power BI or something like that, it's not a problem because AWS is entirely API based, and AWS can integrate with that and give you all the data that you need to build the reports in those tools as well. So that's how Amazon QuickSight really can help. So here, so that's the deal. So today I spoke about all the ways AWS can help a small business, and people often think, small business owners often think AWS is for large enterprise, but that's not the case. It actually makes it even better for small businesses to start using. So I hope you like the content. Did I miss anything? If or I just want to know which one you like the most, so go ahead, add it in the comments and let me know which service you want to get started first. And if you like this video, go ahead and share it with your other small business owners so they can benefit from this as well. Thank you very